Hi, Collective. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back, baby. How y'all doing? Welcome. How y'all doing this evening? So let's go ahead. Let me cut this light on. Okay, so we're going to be going into the Angel Wisdom Tarot for tonight's reading, the Art of Manifestation Oracle card, and the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Okay, let me put some bracelets on. I feel naked. How y'all doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. How y'all booze doing? I've been missing y'all. I wasn't feeling too hot earlier. That's why I did not do the Ophiuchus reading, but I will be doing it tomorrow. Okay, I just didn't feel good earlier. I don't know. I just wasn't. So I just rested. I've been tired, you know. So that's what I did. Anyway, let me pull the chat up. Let me turn the volume down. Pull the chat up real quick. Okay. Hello, look at y'all. Hey, Sita Dior, Slightly Bent, Libra 1989, and The Wishable. Welcome to the channel, everybody. So, I hope you all are having a beautifully blessed Thursday. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. Hello, King to Queen. Ah, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you for the floating heart, Slightly Bent. How y'all doing? Welcome, 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 everybody. It's been a long day. Like I said, I don't know. I'm trying to get over my cold, but I felt I still felt a little sniffly. Hello, pumpkin, pumpkin, yeah, Illuma pumpkin. How you doing, boo? Welcome to the channel. All right, that's it. That's all. Let's get into it. Let's see what Holy Spirit has. All right, Holy Spirit, what you got for the collective of all 12 zodiac signs? What is it that we need to know this evening? What is it that we need to know by way of Holy Spirit? Starting off with the Empress in reverse, the Seven of Swords in the upright, the Four of Swords in the upright. Oh, Lord. The Five of Cups is in reverse. And the King of Pentacles is in reverse. Echinacea. Okay. I sure will. Thank you. I sure will. I sure will. Okay, so this is the Empress. It came in reverse. And the Seven of Swords here is in the upright. The Four of Pentacles is in the upright. I mean the Four of Swords. That's the Four of Swords. Excuse me. Hello, thank you, Franklin Alexander, for the laughing disco. And welcome to the channel. And thank you for the lucky Sheba. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. And welcome to the channel, Franklin. How you doing? And we have the Five of Cups. It came in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles, and it also came in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about this. Empress in reverse is Taurus energy. And then with the King of Pentacles is also Taurus Capricorn. All right. Empress in reverse. Somebody, things are drying up. But they're not drying up for no apparent reason. With the Empress in reverse, this is somebody who normally, I'm guessing that you're somebody who normally takes action. You get up, you know how to make $1 out of 15 cents. You know what you're doing. You know how to get up and take care of things. But with Empress in reverse, the feeling that I'm having is that things are slowing down and things are drying up because Seven of Swords is here. Somebody was behind your back, behind the scenes, taking things from you that that did not belong to them. Okay, so it's almost like somebody had entered your camp and they started taking from you, and unknowingly here with the Seven of Swords. So it's almost like now they could have been doing other things, like cheating and whatnot, but it was not going unnoticed. Notice the bird here. The bird is representing your spiritual team or the divine himself. How you doing, Tariq and Marvin Jones? Welcome to the channel. Okay, and so here it is. So things are drying up. But despite the fact that all of this is going on, you, with the Four of Swords, have learned to maintain your peace. Despite everything going on, you're calm, you're copacetic, you're grounding yourself. You put the final nail in the coffin, but you are at a relaxed state. How you doing, JP the God? What's up, veteran of hope? How are you? Welcome. So here it is. With the Four of Swords, you put ahead, even though this person tried to get away with things, y'all have put a final deal in the coffin. And you are resting. You may be alone, but you don't feel necessarily bad, because notice how it's like you just feel like you may be resting at this time. Now, the reason why you're in this meditative state is because with the Five of Cups here in reverse, you're trying to restore your faith. Okay, this is you restoring your faith. If I remain calm and I breathe, then I can think logically and my faith will be restored. Okay, here with the Five of Cups in reverse. How you doing, Phoenix? Fire, how you doing? And then with the King of Pentacles in reverse, things may be unstable. But that does not mean that you have to be unstable. So even though your reality is saying finances are out of whack because someone is stealing from you and doing things behind your back to probably make your stuff unstable, you're not acting like life is unstable. You're acting quite contrary. You're moving like you're somebody of faith, somebody who understands things. Okay, and that means okay. I don't know what is going. Thank you, JP. All right. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about the Empress here in reverse. So things are drying up for a person. All right. So let's talk about the Empress in reverse. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify the Empress in, oh Lord, the Empress in reverse. Empress in reverse is being clarified by transformation in the upright. The High Priestess is in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles is in reverse. Well, let's start here with the Six of Pentacles. What type of relationship, well, you're in. The Empress, part of the reason why things are drying up for the Empress. How you doing, Miss Patty's Enough and Michelle Lee? Welcome. Is because there's no equal reciprocity in your relationship. So if you do have a relationship with someone with the Six of Pentacles, and that's how it looks upright, this is not somebody who is giving to you, and trying to make stuff, they're not balancing you out. It's quite the opposite. So anytime there's not something that's equal reciprocity, this is someone who is just seeing that you may have a need and they're just leaving you out to dry, so to speak. So here we have the High Priestess is in reverse with transformation here in the upright. Now, one of the things that you're not doing is just sitting still here with the High Priestess in reverse. Normally, the High Priestess is about secret keeping. And there she is. This is someone who will normally sit quietly. She doesn't speak. She observes. And she's taking in wisdom and knowledge. But being that it's in reverse, one of the things that you're not doing is just sitting there and waiting. This is now a time for action. So you are moving more impulsively. Instead of just sitting there allowing things to happen, you have to get up, you have to move, right? So this is what we're doing. Hello, King Copa, the Don. Okay. What you have decided to do is that you want to transform your situation here with transformation. Now, transformation is out here. And now, in order for things to transform, you're going to have to get up and make a change. Okay. And you don't have, and time is of the essence, because if you look real close, that sand is almost empty. So before things get completely empty, I have to take personal responsibility and get up and make a change. So this is what this is saying here. So here with this transformation card, even though you may be going through some form of a tower, all right, you're going to try to hurry up and do what you can. So because now is not the time to be sitting still. Remember, the High Priestess in reverse. And what I say, this is a time to move impulsively, get to action. It's time to, you cannot procrastinate. So one of the things that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to let go of, it says let go of an old belief. And the belief is, hey, this person should have my back. At some point, that has to be old. Okay, yes, you should have equal reciprocity, but if I'm not getting it, then I have to release it and I'm going to have to move on. I'm going to have to move on. This person clearly does not want to give me equal reciprocity, so that's fine. Well, since they're not going to give it to me, then I need to take matters into my own hand to save myself. And this is what someone has decided to do. Hello, Marsha. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome, Martin Simpson. What's up, Boo Boo Bear? Okay, so let's talk about what someone was doing behind your back. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords here. This is someone who wanted you to have or experience some sort of material loss, okay? You're an empress. Everything you touch normally turns to gold, but now things are drying up. This is someone who was taking from you and doing things behind your back, and they were keeping it very, very secret, okay? So let's clarify. Hello, Bree Chambers. Welcome to the channel. Seven of Swords, please, Holy Spirit. Seven of Swords is being clarified by the King of Swords is in reverse. The Ace of Wands is in the upright, and the Ten of Swords is in reverse. And with that transformation in the High Priestess, that's Taurus, and I want to say Scorpio with the transformation. Okay, now this being right here, King of Swords is in reverse. Now, sometimes when the King of Swords is in reverse, you have to move very, very differently. Okay, because remember I said it's a call to action, right? Hello, Ethan Chambers. Now you're being called to action. When you're being called to action and without delay, sometimes the King of Swords will be in reverse, which is Libra energy, but it could also be Aquarius or Gemini, but heavier on the Libra. This is a meaning that, like, hey, like a person who is a criminal mastermind, I have got to come up with something. I cannot stand here and be stagnant. I have to move. Like I got a fire literally under my ass. So like I'm coming up with something. Like you know, you really at it. You really at it. Time is of the essence. So one of the things that you're trying to do is come up with some birth some new ideas with the Ace of Wands. See, you're trying to regenerate. See the lizard? Y'all know about those lizards. What I say, lizards represent regeneration. So you are trying to hurry up and regenerate. You're trying to be courageous. You're trying to take bold steps to transform a situation because things are drying up. Things are drying up and you got to change things. You only have so much time to get this stuff to change. So one of the things that you're doing is you're looking at creative ideas. What am I passionate about? What can I do to hurry up and transform a situation? I have to remove the Ten of Swords from my back. Now, somebody was already trying to get away with stuff, but despite them trying to get away with stuff behind your back, you're looking at the situation for what it is. And even though right now it's not showing that you are lashing out at this person or even, why don't you have my back? It's like you're taking personal responsibility for your life because this is what adults do. Okay, somebody betrays you, somebody don't show up for you. Okay, well, damn it, stuff still has to, I got other responsibilities. I got other people who depend on me, so I have to make something shake. And this is exactly what you're doing. You're trying to take those 10 swords that this person was putting in your back. I got to hurry up and figure out a way to fix it. So instead of wasting your energy arguing, you're putting your energy towards fixing the problem. Okay, and this is what we're doing here. Hello, Jacqueline Garcia and Queen Stack. Welcome to the channel. Okay, now we got the Four of Swords. One of the first things that you have to realize is that you're going to have to pick and choose your battles with the Four of Swords. So when we picking and choosing our battles, notice she has took the armor off. This is not the time for me to be fighting. Right now, this is a time for me to go into meditation or prayer. This is a time for me to ground my energy so that I can think clearly, because a clear mind means that you're going to have clear ideas, right? So this is what she's doing with the Four of Swords. So you're isolated. Notice how she's inside. So some of y'all, even though this is not hermit energy, some of y'all may have took time to pull away from others, to sit by yourself in kind of like a hermit mode and try to figure out things, okay? You didn't I got to put the final nail in the coffin. And one of the final nails is I can't lose my stuff. And I can't be out here fighting with someone. I have to maintain my peace. So one of the things that you're trying to do is take care of your mental health. Because listen, when you are trying to hurry up and come up with ideas, anxiety can run high, right? And before you start crashing out or having mental exhaustion, you got to take care of yourself, okay? And this is what is going on. Hello, Quad May L. Welcome to the channel. Let's talk about the Four of Swords here in the upright. Four of Swords in the upright, please, Holy Spirit. Four of Swords here in the upright. Four of Swords is being clarified by the Magician here in the upright. The Eight of Swords came in reverse. And when we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. And this is how it looks in the upright. Now, Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands being in reverse is showing to me that you're in a very vulnerable state right now. You may not be able to block everything that is happening to you. You may have felt like your boundaries were low with your past person here. Maybe there was, the reason why this person was able to get away with doing certain things or taking from you and trying to dry things up for the Empress is because you didn't have proper boundaries. Okay, so this is one of the things that when you are in your meditative state, one of the things that may be coming to mind is, hey, I didn't protect myself. I didn't have the proper boundaries in the first place. I kind of put myself in this vulnerable position. So the first thing you're thinking about is, okay, I'm in a vulnerable position. This person was able to infiltrate my boundary because I didn't have one. So one of the first things you're trying to do is the Magician is take an assessment. The Magician is you trying to go into master manifesting. Okay, now how do you do that? You take an assessment of, all right, this is where I am. Now, notice when the Magician has all the elements. You have your cup, you have your pentacle, you have your sword, you have your wand. So the wand is your creative ideas. Your mental is the sword. So you got to remember, I said you got to maintain your mental, right? Your cup is your emotion. You got to keep your emotion down because when anxiety is running high, this is when crash outs can come, when our emotions can run away with us, right? So you're trying to keep all of this together. And whatever money you have, you got to make sound decisions with. Now, when you take this assessment, you're realizing, okay, this is the hand that I was dealt. This is the hand that I have to work. And I got to maintain it and work this correctly if I'm going to meet my goals. Because the Magician is all about meeting goals. It is also about transforming those, seeing those goals through. So you got to have discipline. It's going to require, hey, I got to make sure that I don't overspend. I got to make sure I take care of my mental health. I got to make sure that I keep my emotions in check. I have to make sure that my creative ideas, I'm literally passionate and putting action to what I'm putting, whatever these creative ideas are. This is how you alchemize or become a master magician, because you're not sitting still. You're actually putting action to it, but you're being wise in all other areas as well so that the goal can become complete, right? So, and when you do this, this is how you end up freeing yourself from a mental prison. Somebody, see how she's dressed even like an empress, right? But in order for her, notice the Empress here, she looks like she's taking the veil off of her eyes, because when you are calm, that means that your mental state does not feel like a mental prison. You start to feel like you can see, hence the eight of Swords was in reverse. You can see your way out. Now, do you understand the importance of being in the Magician and taking an assessment and staying calm, cool, copacetic? Now is not the time for me to be fighting. Now is the time for me to be worrying about the situation, because you may have mouths to feed. You may need to save your home if you're single. You know what I'm saying? Maybe regardless if you have mouths or not, you got to maintain your lifestyle, because you got to have your basic necessities. And you cannot do that if you are running wild, losing your shit and crashing out. Right? So let's talk about this here with Five of Cups here in reverse. Hello, Demita. Welcome, Mel B. How y'all doing? Welcome to the channel. The Wishable, how are you, sweetheart? Harry Hoven, how are you? Ebb and Flow, welcome to the channel. All right. Jacqueline Garcia, I see you, and I think I already got you, Queen Stack. Welcome. Okay, so let's talk about the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is in reverse. Now, you're doing all the things so far, collective, that you need to do. But with the Five of Cups, you may have at some point been in regret. I regret that I didn't have proper boundaries. And this is you. See the water? Your emotions at some point may have gotten the best of you, but at some point you got to snap your fingers and pull it together. Okay? There has to be a point. Hello, Jessica. There has to be a point where you hit pause on crying, because the Five of Cups is all about somebody who is mourning and they're in regret. Okay? There has to be a point where you pause and stop the tears, and you stop and you take a deep breath. All right. Tears ain't going to fix the problem. I have to restore my faith. Now you got to get into, now you're calm, and faith has got to kick in. The only thing that's going to restore your faith sometimes is talking to the divine or doing whatever you can do to fix your situation. Okay, welcome. How you doing? Brooklyn Latina, Daphne, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the channel. Let's talk about the Five of Cups here in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse is being clarified by the Four of Wands here in the upright. The Eight of Cups is in reverse, and the Knight of Swords here is in the upright. Now, remember how I said this is a call to action. So here with the Knight of Swords, remember I said you have to move. You cannot sit here and be stagnant. Time is almost out, and before things really blow up in your face, you got to move very, very quickly as the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, you're rushing in, and notice how there's a red cardinal leading the way. So remember I said you gotta restore your faith, but one of the things that will restore your faith is when you are connected to the divine. The divine, like that red cardinal, will represent. We'll say the red cardinal represents your spiritual team or the divine, right? Or for some of y'all, your ancestors or whatever you choose to believe in. So the cardinal is in front of this knight, and he's pointing him in the right direction. So here it is. In order to restore your faith, you have to quickly put to action whatever divine direction you're being given. Okay, so this is you without delay. If God tells you, hey, move like this, you got to move like this. Now is not the time to be dragging your feet, because here with the Eight of Cups, you want to return to stability. This is the Eight of Cups is about you can't take another day, another minute. But with the Eight of Cups is in reverse. Instead of leaving the problem and just running from your problems, you're deciding to return. You got to figure out, how am I going to return myself back to stability? I have a home to save. I have to save myself. Whether you have a partner or not, you have to be personally responsible for your bills. This is your life. And either you're going to give up on yourself, or you're going to try to calm yourself, and restore your faith by following divine direction so that stability can hurry up and come in. Okay? So the goal here with the Four of Wands is to get ourselves stable. It's not so much about a partnership with this past person, but maybe this is your way of saying, I'm going to partner with the divine, because that is also looked at as a divine marriage, right? Is when you partner with your divine light teams. This is you going into a commitment that you're going to respect. Just like they say, now everybody has different views on this, but I'm going to just do it from a biblical sense. I'm going to use that. You know, they say the husband is the head, the wife is supposed to be the helpmate. Don't have to be like that. I know what year it is. Y'all can be equal give and take. I'm just giving that as an example, in the sense of that when you are trying to come into commitment with the divine, you have to respect what the divine says, right? As your headship, right? And how am I going to be led so I can, because he's going to bring you back to stability, right? So this is what we're doing, because things for you right now is the King of Pentacles. Somebody's finances are very upside down. Okay. Taurus, Capricorn energy. So Magician is out here as well. So that is Gemini. All right. And then what else do I got? I got my Knight of Swords. That is Aquarius energy. Page of Wands. That's Aries. King. I already gave y'all the King of Swords, which is Libra, or it could be any of my air signs. Let's talk about this King of Pentacles. Thank you, Slightly Bent, for the thumbs up. You all come on in, double tap your screen. Let's talk about the King of Pentacles here in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Holy Spirit, what you got for the King of Pentacles in reverse? King of Pentacles in reverse is being clarified by the moon in the upright, Cancer, Pisces energy, but the Chariot is right behind it in reverse. Cancer, heavy on the Cancer. And then we have the Wise Counselor, which is the Hierophant, which would be Taurus energy. Okay, so let's talk about this. There is some things that you do not see. The moon is here. And when the moon is out, that means that, listen, there are some things going on behind the scenes that you know nothing about. Your intuition may not be showing you exactly what you need. You know, you may not know what direction to go in with the moon. When the moon is here, sometimes we don't know what to do, right? Because it's like we're not able to see clearly. But one of the things that you do, because the moon is out, I can't see everything clearly. I know what I should do. I need the Chariot in reverse. I need to go back to what always has worked for me. What has always worked for some of y'all? You know, when you get down to your last, before the rug is completely pulled from under your feet, a lot of y'all will drop to your knees and you will return to the Father and ask God to help relieve your burdens. And that is exactly what someone is doing here. Okay. Hello, James. How you doing, baby? So here with the Chariot in reverse, somebody has decided to go back to the Wise Counselor, their Hierophant energy. The Wise Counselor is the Most High himself. And no matter what religious background, and there's every religion down there on a piece of paper by his feet, we all will sometimes revert back to our faith when we feel like we don't know what else to do. Remember I said you got to restore your faith. So one of the first things you try to do is stay calm so you can have a clear prayer. Somebody went back to the Father because they didn't know, I just can't see my way out of this. And the moon is on top of the King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't see my way out of not being unstable. How am I going to fix this? The problem may have been bigger than you could handle, but you're doing everything correctly. And okay, I'm not going to fight with this person over what they did to me that's wrong. I got mouths to feed. And that will be wasted energy. And I have to remember, you're the magician. So you got to use all of your tools in the best way possible. And fighting with somebody ain't it. So you're taking what tools you have left to the divine and say, okay, I got a calm mind so I can speak clearly so God can help me and I can receive the message on what God is going to tell me to do. Are y'all following me? Hello, Divinely Guided. Hello, Michelle. All right. So this is where we're at with it. All right. So you're following divine guidance. Somebody had decided the problem was too big. I'm going straight to the divine, and the divine is going to help me figure it out. All right. Because you're trying to go through a transformation because you can reign. Well, you're technically going through a tower, and the tower is happening rather quickly. Hello, beauty babies. How you doing, baby? All right, we have the Nine of Cups is in reverse. The Lovers is in the upright. The Six of Wands is in reverse. The 10 of Wands is in reverse. Did you want me to keep this you want me to keep the Six of Cups? It was behind there? No. Okay. Hold on. Let me put this here. We need one more. All right. And then we have the Three of, what is this? The Three of It's supposed to be three of swords. No, three of pentacles. Three of pentacles. The picture don't look the same. Okay, so this is the Nine of Cups, and it came in reverse. All right. The Lovers is in the upright, Gemini. All right. Six of Wands came in reverse. That's how it looks in the upright. The Ten of Wands came in reverse. All right. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here in the upright. Now, when you get to the Nine of Cups, right? Now, the Nine of Cups is about options. Right? Look at him. He got all these options, but yours is in reverse. That means that you really ain't got the options that you normally would have. In other words, because there has been an overindulgence that is going on. Well, really, the Seven of Cups is about options, but the Nine of Cups is about personal wish fulfillment. All the different things you could choose from. But see, you can't have your personal wish fulfillment because you have overspent. Nine of Cups is in reverse. There has been an overindulgence of money that is gone out. Remember, plus you have somebody who was stealing from you and you had no idea about it. So here with the Nine of Cups, that means that more money was going out than coming in. Do you now see why you're going through a tower? The transformation, time is of the essence. There's a lot going on here. There was overspending, overdoing. And when you take personal responsibility, even though somebody may have taken from you, you got to go back and look at your part and your role of your story. I may have overspent. I may have overgave. I may have overdid this. And so you're looking at, okay, money is of the essence and I may have overdid it, right? Hello, Pisces, for real, welcome. So here with the Lovers. Now, one of the things that you are realizing is that here, you're starting to feel defeated because you thought that you had a real partnership with someone, right? And you thought, now the person that you thought you had a partnership with is the one who is backstabbing you with the Seven of Swords. So you thought you had a partnership and your partner also helped you to overspend, right? But they left you out here feeling very defeated. In the Eight of Swords. Now, you're trying to come out of the Eight of Swords, that mental prison, because you're not feeling real victorious right now. You don't feel like celebrating right now. Your partner is not paying you any attention, not putting you up on any type of pedestal at all. And you are actually starting to feel defeated because you thought that y'all was in this together. But they have ended up leaving you after everything had went out. See how why you would feel defeated? They're not putting you up on a pedestal. They're not, there's no equal. Remember that equal reciprocity? There was no equal reciprocity. So you're out here you're just looking at the situation for what it is. Okay, my partner's gone. There was some overspending. I do feel defeated. They're not really putting me up on a pedestal. But regardless of all of that, I have got to figure out, I cannot get exhausted and put my hand on my head like this older lady here and just let chaos ensue. I have got to relieve my burden despite the fact that this person's not there for me. Ten of Wands is in reverse. I got to get back to stability. Remember, you're trying to get back to stability. So despite all of that, what did you do? You went to the divine, and some of y'all asked the divine. And this is one of the most humbling things you can do, is when you have, some people call it a come to Jesus moment or come to whomever you believe in moment. It's like, all right, I'm in way over my head. And with the Three of Pentacles, you need a partner. Because you realize you out here working by yourself. You don't have a partner. Your partner has backstabbed you. Got away with the Seven of Swords, doing stuff behind your back. Now, so what are you doing? Only thing you can do is go to the divine and say, all right, I am humbling myself before your will. Can you please help me? Can you help me? I need help. Because I'm about to lose everything if you don't step in and help. So somebody went to the divine and asked to go into a collaboration with the Most High. Now you're asking for divine direction. Hello, Ivory Smith. Hello, Amber. So do y'all understand? Everybody following? Y'all know where we're at? So this is what we're doing. We're asking for divine inspiration. Divine collaboration. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Here is in the upright. Ooh, child. The Nine of Swords. This is how it looks. Is in reverse. Hello, Mary Stallworth. The eight, what is this? The Ace of Cups is in reverse. Ace of Cups is in reverse. Don't cry, Zari. Seven of Cups is in the upright. And the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. And let me show that. Well, did I show you? That's how it looks. All right. So let's talk about it. You are now having a conversation with the divine. Okay, I overspent. Thank you. Oh, hey, hey, Evelyn. Thank you so much for the $19.99 super chat. May God bless you tenfold, sweetheart. How you doing? Hey, Cheryl. Welcome to the channel. Hey, Evelyn. Welcome back. So here it is with the Seven of Pentacles here in the upright. You feel like money is closed off. Money is coming in slow. You feel like there may be blockages to your money growing. See how her flowers are real low. Thank you, Diana, for the $2 super chat. May God bless you as well tenfold. God bless, sweetheart. So here it is. With the Seven of Pentacles, your money's coming in is growing real slow. That wall represents that you may have felt like money was being blocked from you. Now, the only thing that you can do at this point, because you can't control the situation, but you can control your emotions. Y'all, I know a lot of times when stuff happens to us, we forget that. Sometimes when things are happening to us, we cannot control the situation, but we can control how we respond. You want to remain stress-free. Nine of Swords. You don't want to be up all night, losing sleep. Look at that, full moon, and now you are more exhausted because now if you lose sleep, guess what happens? You can't hear the divine when he gives you divine inspiration because you've been up all night. So you are telling yourself, okay, I cannot be stress-free. Even though I'm trying to be stress-free. I don't want to be stressed out is what I was trying to say. My money, the reality is my money is being blocked. My money is coming in slow, but I cannot be losing sleep and just up all night having the dark night of the soul rocking and oh my God, what am I doing? Can't be out here freaking out. So you're trying to remain calm despite the fact that your person just backstabs you. Okay? So here it is, you're trying to keep your stress down. Now, the reality is, though, with the Ace of Cups in reverse, you feel like your person had no emotion for you whatsoever. They the Ace of Cups is about blessings and overflow. The Ace of Cups is also this. You see how this baby is real deep underneath the water. She's so deep. The cup is, of course, the cup look full because water is all around. This is somebody who was not going deep with you. And you're realizing the reason why this person could not go deep with you is because they had no emotions for you. And the reason they had no emotions for you is because they had other options. They were out here with the Seven of Cups. They had other people that they could choose from. And so here it is. So the reason why your person could not partner with you and they seemed so unbothered about what you were going through was because they were distracted with their other options. So part of this Nine of Swords was not just you. It's this person being unbothered. They didn't seem stressed because they were not emotionally invested in the fact that the money's slow because they got other people that they could go to. See, they're worrying about other people relieving their burdens. So they're not worried about you and your burdens. And so now you're coming to the realization that, hey, I might be being left out of legacy wealth because they're going off to other people to have them help. You know, they're getting help from other people and then they're not reaching back and helping me. They're stressed, you know what I'm saying? Money's being stopped for me and they don't even care because they got other people that they can run to get gifts and to help relieve their burdens. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like, even though it's not out here, the King of Cups in reverse. When the tough got going, your person left. When the tough got going, they left. They left. Okay. Hello, Ben Wild. All right. So y'all following? Everybody following? Let's get to the conclusion of the matter. Holy Spirit, where we going with this? I'm pretty sure we ain't going through the whole thing. Are we ain't going to do the whole thing. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's get to the conclusion. All right, ego is in reverse. The Page of Cups is in the upright. All right, and show them to you again. We have the Queen of Cups is in reverse. And the Sun is in the upright. The Star is in the upright. I see you, King Copper. Ego, Devil is in reverse. The only thing that you realize is that you got to get away from this controlling situation. So listen, you are needing God to come in and free you from the devil. Ego. Now, why is the devil in this card is the ego card? The devil was trying to control your finances, slow you down, and you're realizing that here with the ego card in reverse, you're thinking about is I have got to get out of this controlling situation with this person. Now, what is a controlling situation? You know how sometimes y'all end up in relationships. Oh, I got the perfect one. And this one was a friendship. There was a girl who wanted to help her best friend out. Told her, hey girl, you can come stay with me till you get an apartment. The girl ended up living with her for 2 months, did not give her a single dime. Every night she was going out with a man, coming back with Louis Vuitton bags, like they had went to the Louis Vuitton store. And she was coming back at 2 o'clock in the morning, Louis down with gifts from her suitor. The girl was up at 2 a.m. and was sitting at the door like somebody's mama and was like, hey, honey, we need to have a talk. You staying with me and you are not contributing. You've been living with me for rent free for the last 2 months. And you coming in here with Louis bags like, I need you to help. You're running up my bills. You know what her friend looked at her and said? You can't do nothing about it. You mad because I'm getting gifts? Girl, I don't have to give you nothing. I get mail here. User. Do you now see what I'm talking about? That controlling situation where you get yourself caught up in the devil and now you're realizing you done got yourself caught up with somebody who was taking advantage of you. And you got to get free. Just like the story I just gave you. Sometimes you will help people and then you feel like there's no way out because now they getting mail there or they're doing little weird stuff and you can't just abandon them. But they're taking full advantage of you. And so you're trying to figure out how am I going to get free from somebody who has barely any emotion for me at all. Page of Cups. Remember I said they don't get deep with it. So you're realizing that your person they're not stressed out. They have very little emotion for you. And I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that she looks like a mermaid and there's a dolphin, you're realizing y'all don't speak the same language. While y'all both may be of it, look, you see how they're both in the water, but y'all two different, it's like y'all two different species. Y'all come from two different mindsets. Y'all not on the same frequency. So they don't have a lot of emotion to give you. In fact, you realize that this person don't love you at all. Queen of Cups is in reverse. You're realizing that your person, and this is Cancer energy, ego will be the devil card, which is Capricorn. You're realizing that this person does not have a lot of love for you. Okay. And this is also could be Scorpio or Pisces as well with their Queen of Cups. So you're realizing that this person don't have no love and compassion for you. And they don't give a damn about all of the emotion that you're going through. They don't care. This person's real shallow. Remember, they don't have a lot of emotion to give you. So they don't give a damn about all the drama you're going through. And this is what you're now being illuminated by the sun. Now you're starting to see, oh, they got other people that they can run to. What they say, who can I run to fill this empty space? They was running to their third parties. And now you see it. Oh, this person don't care about me at all. And so with the star here in the upright, you realize that you had hope to be a part of a 10 of Pentacles situation that was never going to come into fruition. Aquarius energy. Leo energy with the star. Okay, so we got Leo with the sun, Aquarius with the star. Okay, so now you're realizing that you expected somebody to pour into you who had no intentions on you being a part of their legacy wealth. So this is someone who was working against you. You had a person working against you. All right. Hello, Rico Black. Welcome to the channel. Ooh, Page of Swords here is in the upright. All right. This person is sending you a message loud and clear. You want to get free from this person. Okay, you want to free yourself from the devil. That's the first thing you want. You want to go through some sort of massive. See how the blue butterflies? You want to go through some sort of transformation. And so you may be talking to the divine like, please help me to get free from this. Please, please, please. Because this person is sending you a message loud and clear with the Four of Cups that they are completely closed off from you emotionally. They don't care nothing about you. You're now realizing that the only reason this person was with you was because they wanted a handout. See how he has his hand out? So whatever work you was doing, they wanted you to just feel their hand. Feel their hand. They didn't really love you like that. Queen of Wands is in reverse. You are starting to lose confidence as the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles that you may be able to take care of those you love. Now, the Queen of Wands is a loss of confidence. This is Leo energy, but it could be any of my fire signs. Okay, so here is Aries, Leo, Sag. This is somebody who now you're realizing like, okay, I'm losing confidence by the minute because the Queen of Pentacles has to take care of those she loves. Some of y'all might have children or other responsibilities, whether you take care of nieces, nephews, your own kids, your parents, whatever, dogs. I don't give a darn what it is, a cat. You got pets. Whatever. You got some, even if you just by yourself and you pay your bills, your apartment, your home, your car note, whatever. You got stuff you got to take care of. And here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you're realizing by the minute you're losing confidence that, okay, this person has closed off for me. I'm being left out of legacy wealth. And this is the situation. How am I going to take care of those I love? How am I going to take care of those I love? I have got to. Okay, all right. You want to know what you end up doing? After talking to the divine, now you got to look at the plan. And the plan is that the divine comes up with, because you're talking to the divine about freeing you from the devil. And this is what the divine tells you. All right, well, let's start from the bottom. And I know some of y'all did. I don't know if y'all see that angel go that way. And it was like, start from the bottom. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. You probably was looking about like how he looking like. Woo, child. These are the plans. That field is empty. And now you got to start planting seeds from the very beginning. And it's like, oh, this is going to be a while. Divine is like, yeah, buckle in, baby. We got to take it one seed at a time. And seeds take time to grow. And now you realizing, okay, now I'm about to be in for some work. But see, you asked the divine for his help, right? You asked the divine for his help. Awakened, okay, which is the hanged man, is in the upright. Because see, you upside down. And with the Seven of Wands, you don't know how to defend yourself at this point. So you got to figure out what the divine wants you to do. Justice, in order for you, Libra energy, to find your balance. Hangman, Pisces, okay, balance, Sagittarius. All right, so this is this. This is the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So there you are looking at your plans. And I ain't gonna lie, the first thought some of y'all probably felt was like, oh, Lord, I done really got myself caught up into something. Because you looking at the work. God is telling you, all right, baby, because all you have is all you need. You don't have it. You got one job and your debt is looking this big. You got one job and it's like, ooh, child, I'm about to lose stuff. And the divine like, yeah. You feel caught up. And it's almost like, man, you feel like when you think about this person and how you was given to them, this is how some of y'all feel like if this was the art of war, you lost. You felt deceived. You felt like this person wasn't fighting for the connection at all. And you was just freely given to somebody who was not fighting for you or the connection. Hello, Smile is V, and will there be one? Welcome. So here it is. You realize this person never fought for the connection, but they always was asking for a handout. And now the only thing you can think about, though, okay, this is the reality. It's like God is showing the reality of who you was dealing with. And now you have the reality of how much work you have. And so with justice, this is God coming in and saying, all right, you want to balance out your scales? You got to tell yourself the truth. And the truth is, it's gonna hurt. The truth is gonna hurt. You got to balance your scales out. You was giving to somebody who was really not fighting to be with you, who really wasn't invested in you, who was really like you was ignoring a lot of red flags. And with justice, you got to balance out your scales. Because see, you're completely out of balance. So God is trying to show you you were not in a balanced relationship because one of y'all was giving more than the other because they always had their hand out. So you got to, in order for us to fix your problem, God is like, okay, I'm going to fix the problem. We're going to start from the bottom. But part of starting from the bottom is you got to acknowledge where you went wrong. You was giving to somebody who wasn't giving to you. It wasn't fair and balanced. It was no equal reciprocity. They had their hand out. You steady giving. And the truth hurts with justice. In order for you to get your scales balanced so that this does not happen again, you got to face the truth. And the divine is showing you where you went wrong. You was overgiving to somebody who wasn't even fighting to be with you. Fighting to be by your side when the tough got going. Some of y'all felt the lack of confidence was making you feel this small. Now you might feel a little bit out of balance. Like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to alchemize. Because that's what the angel of balance is about. Being able to alchemize. And so telling yourself the truth on why you can't alchemize is because you was over giving. Remember that 9 of cups was in reverse? You was overspending. And you was the only one doing all the spending. You was the only one doing all the giving. You was the only one. And this is what the divine is trying to show you. Baby, you in this because you had no boundaries and you are your own problem. This person did do you dirty, but at any point you could have noticed that things was not fair and balanced. There was no equal reciprocity and you was just shelling it out. And you looking at the justice, and your confidence might start to feel a little shriveled up like a little raisin. Because it's like, damn, I am the problem. A little bit. I'm my own problem. Hello, Jeshua Beziel. Welcome. And I don't like that, but like people don't like to face it. But sometimes we made a choice and decision to give. We made a choice and decision that, to give to somebody who was not showing up the whole time. You said, what is the card for the false witness or the so-called neighbor? The 7 of Swords. He was asking about the card. What's the card called? It was the 7 of Swords. It's the 7 of Swords. But if you trying to call me a false witness, then you're going to be right back deleted. My intuition is saying, yes, thank you, JP. Because my intuition was like, he need to stay deleted. Thank you, Tahit, for the thumbs up. All right, so let's talk about this. So we got the 9 of Pentacles here in the upright. We have the Page of Wands in the upright. The Hermit is in reverse. The Queen of Swords is in the upright. Hello, Angel Marley. How you doing, baby? And Jonathan Castillo, how you doing? All right, let's talk about the 9 of Pentacles. So you got the 9 of Pentacles. Now, you may not like it, but the divine is telling you it's the Knight of Pentacles out here, and you're going to go back to being in the 9 of Pentacles. If you follow the formula, it's going to be a slow, tedious process, but if you start planting seeds now, you will end up right back at the 9 of Pentacles, and your garden will be back full. You'll have your vineyard, and you'll just be out here looking. You'll basically look like you're going back to being the Empress or the Emperor, fellas. So here it is. You have to take personal responsibility. So the divine is going to try to show you something. He about to make you fully independent. Just me and you. See the little red cardinal? Just me and you. And when I get done with you, you're going to be fully independent. You're not going to need to depend on anybody for anything. Whether it's your mental, emotional, physical, financial, or spiritual health because I'm going to work with you one-on-one. It's time to get to work. It's time to get this thing off the ground. So as the hermit here in reverse, instead of you being closed off and crying and upset, hermit Virgo energy, and with the page of wands, what did I say earlier? I said ace of wands, page of wands, Sagittarius, you are out here as the hermit. So hermit in reverse. So you're getting up instead of being closed off and doing nothing. You're coming out of your shell. You're doing something about it. You're using your intuition as the Queen of Swords, Libra energy. And this is what is transforming your situation. You are using you're looking the sword of truth. You're looking at your patterns, your behaviors, your thought patterns, all the things that you allow in order to change all the things you don't like. Right? So this is what you're doing. You're trying to change everything you don't like. And this is what's going to change your situation. And this is how you come out of chaos and conflict with the 5 of wands in reverse. This is like somebody creating illusions. And so this is what the divine is showing you. That when you start looking at your role and your story, it removes a lot of the sting because now you realize you actually had more control than you thought you did. And so this illusion of you're just broke and you just have to accept things as it is, that's a lie. That's chaos. That's confusion. See the mirrors? That's an illusion. But the truth will always do what? The sword of truth will set you free. So you have to go through this mental transformation and start using your intuition to go, you know what? I could have moved differently. I could have said no. I should have had a boundary here. When I realized that this person was showing up and they were, giving me this much emotion, hey, you don't seem emotionally invested. Why don't you go ahead and leave? And then stop giving them money. You see what I'm saying? Now when you look back, you realize, like, man, I should have been pulled back. I should have been told them to kick rocks. I should have just stopped. I should have stopped. Okay? Hello, Michael Ellis Sr. Hello, Linda Love. Yeah. Tanisha Middleton. Tahik something. Is that how you say it? Tanik or something like that. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. What's the conclusion of the matter? We got the 8 of wands. Hello, sweetie 144. Y'all follow what I'm saying. The truth of the matter is, collective, this was supposed to be brown. The truth of the matter is, wait. Do you want release? Hold on. Yeah, it's supposed to be reversed. Okay. 8 of wands. Now you're communicating yourself the truth. The truth is you had to get into alignment. And once you got into alignment with the divine, now you're starting to see things differently. I'm still an empress. I'm still an emperor. I just got to get myself back into alignment. Listen, part of being in alignment is sometimes divine principles. And sometimes they are so small. But you had to get into alignment. And the truth is, I'm still victorious. I'm still blessed. I'm still highly favored. And I don't need nobody out here but the divine to really have my back to turn the wheel in my favor. Wheel of Fortune, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio energy. The wheel can turn in my favor. All I have to do is close the book on my old behaviors. And now I can walk into new behaviors that will actually benefit me. So I don't have to stay a page of pentacles in reverse. Somebody who's upside down in their finances. It's not over for me. This is Scorpio energy. This will be the death card with release. It's in reverse. Things are not over for me. If I just change and shift my thinking and my behaviors, then I can actually come out of this situation. Is it long? Is it going to be hard work? Yes. But I have to stop thinking like somebody who had, like I'm closed off, being a page of pentacles and like in hermit mode, like I'm closed off from changing the situation. No, you're free. You just got to move differently. You got to stop acting, moving like you're somebody who is in a poverty mindset. You got to start thinking, okay, I'm doing something to change the situation. I'm putting one foot in front of the other. I'm watching my spending. I'm managing what I do have until it grows. Right? Those seeds grow. I'm managing what I do have. And in doing that, death is not going to see my finances. I'm going to reverse death. I'm going to be released from this. All I have to do is go back to what it always used to work. See, with the Six of Swords, you have to go back to how you used to do things. But see, the divine had to take you full circle so you could see, where did you mess up? Now go back. Because see, you was always an empress. You was always fully independent. You was always an emperor. So let's go back to the things that used to put you in that type of position. Do you see what I'm saying? So the takeaway, collective, is that no matter what the situation is, the divine was giving you a higher perspective. And that's the whole purpose of you cutting on your light. Is that when you cut your light on, you start to see things from a different perspective. And when you're looking down at a higher perspective, oh, this is where I went wrong. This is what I need to do. This is how I need to move. This is how I need to operate. Do you see how your consciousness is changing? So instead of you pointing the finger at someone else, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you, and you realizing I have more control over my situation, my life, than I'm giving myself credit for. And I can fix it instead of waiting on someone to save me. Thank you, Slightly Bent, for the 100 jewel. What's up, V-Town? Ooh, my nose. Itchy, itchy, itchy. The Dreamer is in reverse, which will be the Fool in reverse. King of Cups is in the upright. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. The World is in reverse. And the Three of Swords is in the upright. Now, one of the things that was being communicated to you is that somebody did not want you to have a new start. Remember the person who backstabbed you. But despite the fact that they didn't want you to have a new start, who gives a darn? Because with the King of Cups is also my card for the divine. You are loved. You are loved. And even though somebody wanted you to have endings, a permanent ending, the divine loves you, and he is your wise counselor. The King of Cups is also known as a wise counselor. So you, despite somebody not wanting you to have a new start, because you went to the wise counselor and brought to him, hey, somebody wants me to experience endings, then what the divine said, world is in reverse. Baby, your story is not finished yet. Despite the fact that somebody cheated on you and put swords in your back and wanted you to be out here looking pitiful. Your story is not over yet. The world is in reverse. This is not the end of you. This is just the beginning. Let's clarify the world here in reverse. Holy Spirit, can you clarify the world in reverse? How you doing, Betty Boop? 10 of Cups. You will still get your ultimate happiness. 2 of Swords. You're going to see yourself set free. 2 of Swords is in reverse. You're going to see yourself set free. All you have to do is make a solid plan to get to your ultimate happiness. We can save your house. Your kids will be all right. All your cups will not be spilled over. In fact, you're going to have your ultimate happiness. All we got to do is follow the plan. You just needed to move in a whole new direction. And with the 2 of Swords, you're not at a stalemate. Now you can see that, okay, if I follow the plan and manage what I do have, then I will reach my ultimate happiness. It ain't over for you. So the divine was coming in and showing you through divine inspiration, through your third eye, baby. Your reality, this person may have not wanted you to have a new start. This person in your reality was trying to give you permanent endings. But I'm telling you that if you make a solid plan and put one foot in front of the other, things will turn around. You're not stuck at all. You're actually a lot more freer than this person is giving you credit for. Do you now understand, collective, why when I say the battle is in the mind? That's the battlefield, baby. And once you get control over this, then everything else don't matter. Once you get your mindset on looking at things differently, the reality is, yeah, this person was trying to take you for every dollar you had. But your reality through faith says you still blessed and highly favored. It's not over for you. Yeah, you might have to start over, but if you start over and you put your foundation correctly this time, remember, when you go through a transformation, that means the foundation was faulty. You had built a false foundation with someone. You had no boundaries. They had their hand out. They was free to go in and out of your life, cheating on you, coming back to you. And so God was trying to show you, hey, baby, change the foundation. Start from the bottom. This time, build differently. Build so that you don't depend on no damn body. And this right here is so damn sharp that they can't run this type of game on you. Y'all get what I'm saying? Thank you, sweet gal, for the 100 jewel. Renewal. See? You just had to go through that renewal will be like judgment. You being resurrected. So what are you resurrected? A brand new foundation. A brand new you. You got to move different. So in order for you to get to the 9 of Pentacles, you had to become a new version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. Just renewal. You want to renew? Then become a new version of yourself. And the reason why you felt so confident in renewing is because now you realize now you got the right partner. You had partnered with the one who really loves you, the divine himself. Because see, the divine says you got to go back to what love is. Love is not self-seeking, right? It always hopes, it always gives. It puts another's needs. So the divine was showing you love and kindness as a wise counselor. A wise counselor is somebody you had brought your problem, right? They say a wise counselor, like the King of Cups, is a mentor. This is somebody you can talk to. And so when you told him the problem, he diagnosed you and gave you the solution. That's love. Baby, I can show you exactly where you went wrong. And even though you had to hold that mirror up and you may not have liked what you were seeing, but he was helping you to show you so that you don't make the same mistake twice. Because see, if you're going to build the foundation correctly, you got to see what was wrong with the last foundation. Where was your boundaries low? What was you doing wrong? So this is what's making you renew stronger and become a much better, stronger person. Y'all get what I'm saying here? So here with the 5 of swords is in reverse. When you do this, now the person who wanted to cause endings, because now that they see that you have gotten up, oh, look at here. Somebody is going to want to come back and offer you love. Because now you have renewed yourself. Somebody wants to come back into partnership with you. Cannot make it up. They want to sit by you now. Because now you didn't remember, you was the empress. You forgot who you were. Now this person wants to be your emperor. Or your empress. If you're a fella, you're an empress. Now the empress wants to have her seat. Because now they see you differently. You done rose to the occasion. You done got it out the gutter. You done made solid changes, and you now have a more solid foundation than when they knew you. Now this person wants to come sit by your side. They want to apologize. This is somebody who now is looking at you wanting to be your emperor. And the divine is saying Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. The reason why this person wants to sit by you is because they see you as a provider. But the reason they want to be see you as a provider because now they don't have nothing. See, remember, you used to hand out money. So this is why yesterday's message was so powerful, was because I was telling you, they're going to come back. Because see, now you are much better than you were when you knew them then. Your mind is different. Your finance is different. Your foundation is different. So yes, you have a new partnership with the divine, but your ex is now going to want to come back and be like, well, can you teach me, boo? See, they want to make a plan for that happily ever after with the Ten of Cups. This is somebody who now wants to act like they want to see what. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Now they want to see what you see. I want a happily ever after too. But see, the divine wants you to remember here with the Three of Wands, but this person was doing stuff under the table. They never had your back. The Three of Wands is in reverse. This is somebody who will self-sabotage your ships and put you right back where you started. Two of Pentacles is in the upright. So with the Knight of Wands, be careful. Because see, this person don't have no money. So they're going to come in and offer you dang-a-lang a vagina real quick. With the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. But the divine wants you to remember that this person's disloyal. The person you've been knowing for a long time, they're disloyal. That's the Six of Cups that's in reverse. They're disloyal. They're dishonest. This is somebody who gave you a lot of hate, pain, and despair. Remember, when you wanted to go deep, they gave you the Page of Cups. That y'all wasn't speaking the same language. Remember the dolphin behind the little girl? Y'all was not speaking the same language. They gave you surface level emotion because they had other options. And the only reason this person is coming back and talking to you about the Ten of Cups and seeing you as ultimate happiness is because now they see you as strength in the upright. Leo energy. You know what this is? They see you as somebody who has persevered through hard times. You look like you have resilience. You look stronger because you went through something and you managed to turn it around. So this is why they see you now as somebody that they want to be with. Oh, well, I want it all with you. I want love and happiness because you're the type of person who can get through storms. But see, you know the reason why you get through them storms. It's because the divine was the best choice for you, right? So this is the King of Wands. This person is now seeing you as the best choice for them because you know how to persevere through the hard times. They left you with nothing. And and with the divine's help, you right back solid. And the divine is telling you, listen, baby, Four of Pentacles. You are back looking like that emperor or that empress. You need to close your wallet. Now, that's one thing if you want to buy yourself something nice. But you don't need to be giving them nothing nice. Because, see, this person don't give a damn if you was juggling or not. They didn't care about your emotions. They was doing stuff behind your back. And now they want you to come in with the Knight of Cups and be like a knight in shining armor and save them. If I just give you a little sex, you'll save me, right? And the divine is telling you, listen, Two of Swords is in reverse. You should be able to see now the truth. This person wanted you to be in poverty. The Two of Swords behind the Five of Pentacles. They wanted you to be in poverty. They didn't care how hard the work was. They didn't care at all about you. They left you out here with nothing. And now the divine saying you should be able to see who really has your back with the Three of Cups. This person wants you to come in and help them out of poverty and have a seat at your table. But the divine is showing me two messages with this. Your past person now wants to come out the stalemate. They are out here in poverty. They want you to have their back. But the divine is trying to show you, collective, I need you to see that they wanted you to be poor and broke. But I had your back. See that angel having her back? My angels are the reason why we had your back. Not them. So now you can see. See how the moon is out here even in the daytime? So despite what somebody comes in and they showing you one face because it's lit, the moon is out. Use your intuition, baby. Excuse me. Use your intuition. And your intuition is telling you who really has your back. Who really gives a damn about you? Who really is the reason why you are even able to sit at the table you sitting at? Everybody is not worthy of sitting next to you, sweetheart. Everybody is not worthy of having a seat at your table. They're just not. Some people have to get left behind. It just is what it is. And the divine wants you to realize you deserve to buy yourself something nice. That Four of Pentacles, she looked like she was dressed in that green emerald outfit and she was in a jewelry store. You just spend your money buying yourself something nice, baby. Because this person is looking for a handout the same way they tried to use you the first time. But see, I've brought you to a higher level of consciousness, and now you realize you don't need them. They don't deserve a seat at your table. This celebration is for you. Go buy you something nice. This is about you now. And we're rejoicing with you, your angels. So when you out there thinking you out there having your little dance, they right there behind you dancing. Go on, baby, because now you are the Nine of Pentacles. You are a single, independent energy who don't need no damn body but the divine himself. And them angels will be celebrating with you in the heavens. Or sometimes standing right next to you. Some of y'all don't even know when y'all be out there. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Angels sitting there right there dancing with you. Follow what I'm saying. Hello, Roy Henderson. Hello, Christian. He said, I'm out here. I can two-step with two-stepping, baby. All right, y'all. This is the Psychic Tarot. So I hope you don't lose your joy, because I wasn't trying to make nobody lose your joy. I want you to still dance. But now that you have gotten yourself together, you were supposed to learn from your mistakes. Remember, you're at a higher level of consciousness. You've ascended. You did the work. Now enjoy it. And say thank you. Have gratitude. Tell the divine thank you, please, and thank you. Holy Spirit, what is it that you have for the collective from the Psychic Tarot? What is it that you have for the collective from the Psychic Tarot? The divine wants you to know that it's time. Listen, a lot of y'all went through a great sacrifice. You were drowning. You see how she's in the water? You was drowning. You were drowning when the divine found you. I don't know if y'all seen that angel come past me, but it required a sacrifice on your part to get to higher levels of consciousness. It did. You had to sacrifice a lot. Some of y'all sacrificed going out. There was you may have spent a whole summer, a couple of them in the house working on multiple streams of income, doing overtime, coming home, just fixing you something to eat, saying your prayers, going to bed, doing it all over again. It was a sacrifice. Not eating out, not going to the movies, not partying it up. You were sacrificing because you was drowning. But in order to do this sacrifice, you gained so much wisdom. Look at all them rainbows by her crown chakra. So here it is. It's like your hands may have looked tired, but you was gaining so much in the middle of a storm. This is what I be telling y'all. It's not about necessarily the destination. It's about the journey. Because look at all the things that you've gained. Your crown chakra is lit up, baby. All that sacrifice is paid off. Thank you, Franklin, for the $2 super chat. May God bless you tenfold. Hello, Lewis. Welcome to the channel. Hey, Daisy. How you doing? Renelle. Hello, Renelle. Roy Henderson, Tanisha. Thank you, Slightly Bent, for the 100 jewel. What's up, Pisces, for real? Anybody else I missed? Walter Brown. Hello, y'all. Everybody who came in a little bit later. Hello. If I missed you. Hello, Maria DeJesus. How you doing, baby? I'm so sorry, y'all. I haven't been keeping up with the names. But yeah, your crown chakra is lit up. That means that your crown means that, listen, you should be able to have a strong spiritual discernment. Now, why is this important? Because you're getting ready to have to stand your ground. Now, I want you to notice this looks like a meteor headed straight to this man. And he is standing there holding his wand, and you're going to have to stand your ground, collective. All the things that you learned when you were sacrificing, now you're going to have to defend all the things that you just worked hard for. Because some people don't like the fact that you're standing firm. So you got to have your resolve ready, because when this meteor come towards you, because see, you're going to be tempted. Temptation's headed straight towards you. It is. The devil wants you. Somebody don't like your light, baby. They coming for it. So you got to be able to stand your ground, because now your third eye knows the truth. Remember that crown chakra, your third eye. You have a deeper level of awareness. So now you know how to stand firm against temptation. Because see, somebody coming in and they thinking, I can just sex collective down and I'm right back in there. And then they're going to take your light from you. Your light. Your ability to produce. Light is energy. Why? Because it helps sustain energy. Right? Plants, you need the energy from the sun. We eat it, we get energy. Somebody wants your light. The things that help you to produce. You're going to have to stand your ground. You're going to have to stand your ground. Yeah, your light is irritating demons. And they're going to come and they're going to put you to the test. See? Base chakra. This is, so what does somebody want you to, they want you to sacrifice your stability, baby. Your root chakra. The root chakra has everything to do with your stability, your community, your tribe. Don't take this lightly, y'all. The base chakra is the very foundation of your chakra, right? The base, right? This is community. This is tribe. This is your stability. Your sense of identity is even tied to this. You get hooked up with the wrong crowd, your light will be turned off by darkness real quick. Remember how people want, this is when people want to, that self-identity, everybody want to look the same. Everybody, you ain't made it. You should be driving the brand new Escalade or whatever car y'all like. Shit, my son always be talking about a Bugatti and a Lamborghini. And he only 6 years old. But see what I'm saying? You got to be careful who you associate with, because they can actually change how you feel about your sense of identity. And now you're out here sacrificing for things that you don't need. And you didn't just got your finances together. Think about what I'm saying. So here it is. The divine wants you to remember, the reason why you got to stand your ground is because you got to think about how patient you were to see your seed grow in the first place. You went through all of this. It took time to get to where you're at now. Higher levels of consciousness to get your finances where you need it to be. It required a great deal of patience. So are you really just going to go out here and let somebody knock you off your square after all the time it took for you to grow this dang on seed? Is that what we doing? I would hope not. Hello, Angle Marley. And how you doing? What's your name? Gorilla Zabi. I don't know what your name is, sweetheart. Hey, Amaya. Hello, Jonathan Castillo. Heart chakra. And passions ignited. Listen, this is really important. Now that you're at a higher level of awareness, now you should understand that your heart chakra has to remain open. Why? But hello, Amy. Oh, Amaya. Hello. And Vicky Harrison. Hello, everybody. Kamarla Owens. How you doing? Julia Jackson. Hello, boo. So listen, your heart chakra is really important. And not only is your third eye, but this heart. Now, why do you need your heart chakra? Because this is where your blessings is going to come in. And different things can actually stop if you let your heart chakra get closed. So while you are standing your ground, you still need to still not be in a place of resentment, because we need our heart chakras to remain open, because passions are ignited. All of these blessings are coming towards you because your heart chakra is open. See, when your heart chakra is open, you're on a higher level of consciousness. And so all of the good things are starting to be attracted to you. A lot of y'all's passions are ignited. See, that heart chakra is burning bright. And so here it is. Now, somebody else want to get your heart ignited with some passion, them temptations. Guard your heart. It's the wellspring of life. Guard your heart. You have a greater sense of awareness. So while your blessings are coming in, temptation could try to pump the brakes on you real fast. Because now those things that you used to be passionate about, that your heart chakra is open to, guess what? If you out here giving your passion, your sacral energy to other people, now they're getting your blessings. And all the things you worked for to call in, you didn't just put it at a halt. Because you laid up. You didn't stop working. Remember, God gave you the formula to stay in abundance. So you need to continue to follow the formula. This is really about holding and maintaining at this point. Y'all understand where I'm coming from, collective? We're going to hold and maintain. Hello, Chris Daly. You got to hold and maintain. You were given the formula. Remember, God showed you where you went wrong. And then he showed you what you need to do to grow, to be in that Nine of Pentacles, to be the Empress or the Emperor. And the only thing you need to do at this point is hold and maintain and avoid temptation. Because if somebody can come in and trick your heart, they didn't stop your blessings, because now you right back where you started. And all that growth, all that patience, all that growth, see the flower, would have been for nothing. Now do you see why you got to stand your ground? Because they're going to throw some dang-a-lang of vagina or some false change straight your way. Temptation is an illusion, sweetheart. Don't forget, temptation is coming to trick you out your blessings. It's going to be carnal desires. You got to pay attention. Hello, Julia Jackson. I spoke to you. What's up, London Marshall? See, the reason why this is so important is because y'all, a lot of y'all are on the cusp of prosperity beginning. All those seeds you worked for with the divine's help, all those seeds are now getting ready to bloom. Look how big these peaches are. You are about to be in your harvest season. Blessings and overflow are really getting ready to overtake some of y'all. And this is not the time for you to be losing it. You have triumph and success, baby, because now you see the truth. You've gained wisdom and knowledge, and now you are on a higher level of consciousness. And so it's triumphant success, prosperity. And some people are going to be jealous of that success. So they're going to try to bring you back low. See how he's descending down the stairs? They want to bring you back to conflict and defeat. They don't want you up here in the light. They're trying to bring you back to the dark. You better pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Help. You back, bad kid. You a grown woman. I seen your picture yesterday. Why you call yourself that? Child, Spirit says, listen, collective. You have built the foundation to be in for achievements. For not just you, but for generations. This is a family. It's supposed to be your happiness. It's time for joy. It's time to shout. It's time to be happy. You have the foundation you built. Remember I said the whole tarot reading, I was talking about that foundation. When you was with the other person, you did not build it right. But now God gave you the tools. You have a strong foundation for joy, for peace, for achievement, for success. And now is not the time. It's just not, y'all. Because listen, they want to remind you of all the different steps. You see these lines, all the different steps you had to go up to get to. It says patience and planning. It took a while for them seeds to grow. Are we really getting ready to let somebody come in and knock us off our square after all 2, 3, 4 years, all the sacrifice, all the time you sat in the house, all the time you was holding back and balancing your budget and doing this and doing that, and all these different steps you done took with patience and planning to have achievement and success? Are we really about to go back to suffering and silence? For real? Out here sitting by ourselves looking crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do. We really want to go back to that? Hell no. Hell to the no. If I try to go back. Now I'm trying to celebrate good times. Come on. I'm trying to celebrate. Go on vacation. Have me a good time. Sit out there and bring me a ginger ale and put one of them cute little umbrellas in there. Because I don't drink. Ain't nobody got time to be going backwards. Hell to the no. Hey, Daisy. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Angel Marley. Happy birthday to you. To you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. I do my happy birthday like Alice in Wonderland. Listen, Spirit says, only thing you need to do, collective, only thing you need to do is stay in the light. Stay in the light. That's it. What does that mean to stay in the light? Don't let this cut off. You didn't cut it on. You're at higher levels of consciousness, perception, intuition, psychic ability, all that, and imagination. Don't cut your light off. You now know the difference between good and evil. You now understand the difference between who was for you, who ain't. You understand where you went wrong. You need to stay in the light because that's where you can see. You are headed straight towards recognition and reward. God is going to crown your crown chakra as a reward for staying in the light. So guess what you're getting? A spiritual upgrade. Your crown chakra will be getting an upgrade. You're going to go to even higher levels of consciousness. So guess what? Because you got more money, to whom much is given, much is required. So that means that you got to be even more up on your game because the vultures are coming. See how his crown is being lit up? Because the first thing the devil was going to try to throw at some of y'all is coming for that heart chakra. Because that's what some of y'all don't have. Love. Oh, they don't have love. They probably want somebody to love on them. And love will have you throw away your independence. You be all enamored in somebody and they don't even give a damn. Look at how she looking at him. Notice his heart chakra is lit up. She looking at him. Look to me, the look on her face like, he think I'm really in love. Child, please. Her heart chakra, she was wearing gray. She cold, honey. Heart chakra closed in a motherfucker. Excuse my language. But somebody wants to bring you in harmony with them. You got to protect your heart. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. It's the wellspring of life. Stay in the light. And you'll be able to navigate who is really for you. There's going to be certain things. The foundation has to be a certain kind of way. And you're going to have to test these people who come into your life because you was deceived the last time. It's not far-fetched to be deceived again. Love is a gamble. Relationships to me, are lessons. Whether they good or bad lessons, they lessons. So prepare yourself. There you go. Triumphantly, it's time. It's time for you to ride, baby. It's time to celebrate. It's time for you to celebrate. Congratulations. But see, somebody don't like your light. This is disruption. Somebody want to cut you down. Cut you down to size. Told you. What they say, new levels, new devils. Don't get out here and you done got this far just to be cut right back down, baby. And now you out here suffering in silence. And it look like hellfire your whole life back all up in smoke. Now you got to start over again. And you know what's so sad, collective? Is that a lot of my collective is in their upper 30s through 70s. Y'all too old to keep starting over. You're too old to keep starting over. So you better be careful with this, how you use your sacral chakra. The sacral is the sexual chakra. That and the root. You better be careful. You better be careful what you put in your energy in. This is a warning. Because when this test come, it ain't going to come and it ain't going to be like somebody going to be all, ugly in your face. Oh no, baby. Illusion comes like a smooth criminal. It's going to come nice. It's going to come sexy. It's going to come smelling good, looking good, stacked just the way you want it. Handsome, beautiful. It could be an illusion. Be careful how you use your sacral. You worked so hard to get to where you at. I would hate for y'all to come back. Some of y'all been with me for 2 years working on this stuff. And it would be a shame. You done got started from the bottom. Now we here. Now we right back at the damn bottom. Hell no. Hell no. We ain't going back down. No. What's up, Sleepy Anglerfish and Melvin? How you doing? We are not trying to go backwards, collective. Who wants to start over? Like, child. Hello, Monica. Welcome to the channel. And if you came in and I missed your name, I apologize. All right. This is the Art of Manifestation. I love this deck. Okay? Let's talk about it. The Art of Manifestation Oracle. Holy Spirit, what you got for your collective? Hello, Sandra. The outcome. Problems. Oh, child. Oh, Spirit. What you trying to say, Spirit? What you trying to say? Take a break. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the outcome. There's a sun and there's looks like higher levels of consciousness to me. It says this card is asking you not to be too attached to a specific outcome. In any new situation, the possibilities are open-ended. Okay? Anything might happen. So try not to prescribe a fixed outcome within your mind, as it may limit your availability to access the infinite scope of possibilities sent to guide you in the best possible direction. So listen, remember how I said you got blessings coming in? Your blessings could come in many forms. So you may not want to fully ascribe that. But you also, when you meet new people, you don't want to be writing out your whole life. Oh, Lord, I think I done met my wife. I done met my husband. Child, pump your brakes, okay? Because anything can happen. You need to stay open-minded, okay? Do not prescribe to a certain outcome. Just be open. Sometimes I like to tell God, this is what I would like, and I'm going to let you figure out the destination on how I'm going to get there. This is what I would like, though. And sometimes God will take that into consideration. And sometimes he will do better than, a lot of times he will do better than what you think it's going to be. Okay. Now we got problems. And that was number 41. Number 43 says problems. And this don't look like much. This looks like a guy. Maybe this is somebody looking through a lens. almost, it says, this card is asking you to view any problems as an opportunity rather than a crisis. So this is a higher level of consciousness type of thing. When you come to problems, instead of looking at them as crisis, we're going to look at these as opportunities. Whenever we identify a problem, our very recognition and acknowledgement of this difficulty will create an opportunity to seek potential solutions. So this is an opportunity for me to come up with creative solutions. As long as a problem remains unseen or indeed denied, the doorway to potential solutions remain closed. I thought I was about to sneeze. I still feel it. So it says, as long as the problem remains unseen, the doorway to potential solutions can remain closed. If it's been denied or unseen, some of y'all will feel like the potential is closed, but we just see the outcome could be, there's infinite possibilities. Now, one of the things that I like to tell you is when one door closes, who cares? There's infinite possibilities in the universe. So that's basically what this card is. I just said it in a shorter version. When one door closes, you got to remind yourself there's infinite possibilities to the universe. And just because this door closed does not mean that the potential outcome is closed off for me, because there's infinite possibilities. So when that happens, your next step is, it says, oh, I thought it said take a break. It says take a risk. It says step out of your comfort zone. Feeling safe and secure is a wonderful experience, but if we remain in our safe zone for fear of change, we create a limiting and restrictive environment that can ultimately lead to stagnation and loss of our creative potential to manifest our greatest contribution to the world. So sometimes we gotta let go of fear and take a risk. Some of y'all took a risk by closing yourselves off from friends and family and going in a hermit mode. That's a risk. Cutting people off, not seeking outside validation, and sitting with the divine and trusting in divine inspiration, even though they be like, how you know God said it to you? But you did it and it worked, right? That's a risk. That's a risk. That's faith, though. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to come out your comfort zone. Your comfort zone might be to go over here and see what mama and daddy and them will say. To go ask everybody, hey man, can you throw me 2,000 or 3,000 to hold me over until, But a risk is, I'm going to come up with a creative solution to my problem as it is now. I'm going to listen to the divine and I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. I'm going to take a risk. Sometimes you got to take a risk. So, because fear of change will create limits. And we don't want to be limited over here on I Am the Light. All right? It says, because listen, if you don't take the risk, sometimes you stay in unhappiness. That's what that is. They look like Buddha with unhappiness. It says, unhappiness is a frequency that results in an inability to live in alignment with the calling of our soul. Sometimes your soul is not going to be in alignment with what other people think is right for you. I'll never forget it. I cannot think of his name. I want to say, I can't think of his name. He got a lot of money too. He was mentored by Bob Proctor. He has a YouTube. I want to say, is his name Jack Dorsey? Jack something. Starts with a J, last name starts with a D. I cannot think of his name, but he's coming to mind right now. Now, why is he coming to mind for me? Because if I'm not mistaken, his background story was he was in college and his mother wanted him to go and get a degree. But he wanted to be an entrepreneur and he wanted to travel. And he ended up meeting Bob Proctor, who told him, and if you know anything about Bob Proctor, he's real big on shifting your paradigm by taking in things into your brain when you're sleeping. You listen to what's some things, a little motivational speeches and stuff like when you're asleep, so that type of thing. Well, the reason why I think his name is Jake something, starts with a D. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to see if I can find him again. Okay, I'm going to see if I ain't listened to him in a long time. I'm going to see if I can find his stuff. But anyway, he took a risk. And now he's living a life. This man got so much doggone money. He teaches you how to walk into the life you want to have by having positive affirmations and by doing certain things and speaking to the universe, and he shows you how to walk in that. And so these are the types of things that sometimes those risks, because if you don't be in alignment with what your calling is, which if he would have followed his mother's path, he would have been unhappy. But by him taking that risk, it paid off big. I know a girl who her parents wanted her to be a doctor. She was from an Asian family. If you know anything about anybody from an Asian family, and whether they're from Asia, the part of Asia of India, or they're from Asia like China or Japan or whatever, Korea, you know they are serious about their studies. So when they come out, they going back to go to school to be a doctor, and you talking you want to do something else, they don't play about that. This young lady chose not to be a doctor. She chose to move and become, she was really into like yoga. She started a yoga business, made her own products, like her own mats and bags and water bottles. Excuse me. She ended up getting a contract. She was doing videos on YouTube. Her channel ended up blowing up to over millions of followers. And then she ended up getting a contract with Target. And Target paid for all her stuff. She's a multimillionaire. Now, thank you for the bless you. The reason why I'm saying this is because her parents wanted her to have this path because they thought that this was the path to success. But she showed them through her following her what was aligned for her soul. She is now a multimillionaire doing what she loves, which she like exercise all day, exercising and selling yoga stuff. So she still has her YouTube channel and she has all these products, and she's a multimillionaire, and she said she's actually doing better with what she's doing than what she would have done had she been a doctor. Now her parents are very, very proud of her, despite her not becoming a doctor. So this is what Spirit is saying. When this happens, our uneasy, challenging emotions are an indication that we need to listen to ourselves. If you ever get a feeling that it's like a repeat, like you feel like something should change, it's because it needs to change. If you keep getting these feelings like your soul is trying to shift you into another direction, that's because you need to shift. So this card is asking you to have faith and trust. Get still, meditate, and listen to the voice of your heart and open yourself up to receive guidance. So don't just jump, because the heart can sometimes be treacherous. Because your heart, remember that heart chakra? Remember, that was what in the last deck they was going to go for, to tempt you. So notice it said to receive guidance. So if you do feel like your heart is pulling you, hey, I keep feeling like I need to move this way, you have to seek the divine in your spiritual team so that you are in alignment, so you don't end up in an unhappy place. Yes, this is in alignment, and they will give you signs, synchronicities, and omens to let you know you are in alignment. You are getting the correct message. Okay, because sometimes your heart will be like, I won't go over here, and no offense, we got a Tyrone this in our collective. I'm gonna use your name. I won't go over here with Tyrone because Tyrone know how to put it down. That might not be what's best for me. I need to seek guidance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying. Listen, top of the deck. See, Spirit wants you to ground yourself. There it is. That looks like nature. It says this card is a request for you to literally ground yourself. Go outdoors, take your shoes off, and find somewhere where it is safe for you to stand barefoot in the earth. Imagine that roots are growing from your feet, traveling down into the soil beneath you, anchoring you to the nurturing energy of the earth. Now, y'all ain't gonna believe this, but I seen this doctor once do this test with grounding. They took water, right? And they said different things to the water. And first of all, you could speak over water and it will change like some of the inner molecules and stuff, like the formation. Like it's still water, but like some under a microscope, you see different things. So they spoke real mean to one of the waters, and then they spoke real sweet to one of the waters. But then the water that was really mean, they wanted to do a test. Will does grounding work. So they took it and they put it in the ground, like they put the water bottle on the ground, and it changed. All that negativity shifted, and the crystals went back to looking like normal. It started to resemble the one where they had spoke nice to the water. And these are the types of things that we don't realize happens with us. So grounding is important. It will help you if your energy feels wackadoo. If you feel like you just, oh my God, anxiety, stress, breathe. Take some deep breaths. Go stand in the grass. And all that energy will come off of you. It works. This is where people do that tree hugging, but I don't like hugging trees. It be ants on the trees sometimes. You know, I might be standing by a tree, but I ain't gonna hug the tree because I don't like ants. But some people, that's why they hug trees, because their roots are deep. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to get funky with it, go lay out in the grass. If you bold enough to lay out there, you can lay flat on the grass. You ain't just got to stand in the grass. You can lay in the grass, and you will feel that energy, all the negative energy pulling off of you, because you're grounding yourself. Okay? So that's really, really important. This is your last marching order. It's time for you to take action. It's time to take action. Do you see the lotus flower? It's lit up. It's time. Take action now. This is a clear and unequivocal message that action on your part is needed now. Manifestation is not simply a process of visioning in and dreaming about your desires. When an opportunity is offered to you, you have to take action. Pay attention to the signs and move forward fearlessly. Pay attention to the signs and move. Action. We can dream all day, baby. But until you put one foot in front of the other and you start moving in harmony with what you're dreaming, ain't nothing going to come into fruition. Ain't nothing. You're going to have to start moving little by little. Even if you can't jump 10 feet forward, do what you can. Pray, do what you can, and ask God to keep opening different doorways till you get to your destination. Okay? Action is the most important part of manifestation. Dreaming is good. Writing it down is good. But now we got to put into action what we're asking for. One foot in front of the other. Okay? That's it. That's all. I want to thank the Most High, His Son, the Holy Spirit, and my light team. And I want to thank JP, the God, for moderating. Thank you all for the 418 jewels. Thank you for the monetary donations and 191 like or 190 likes or 91. Listen, if you enjoyed this message, please come back. How you doing, SJ Beauty and Karen? Welcome to the channel. If you enjoyed this message, y'all, please double tap your screen, hit the like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You know when I upload. If you need a personal reading, please email me at iamthelightttarot@gmail.com, and I will send you the information you need. My readings are not really expensive, and they can help point you in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, if you got questions about your spiritual path, your love life, whatever. You know, if spirit will, you know, I asked before if we're going to answer certain questions or not. You know what I mean? So there it is. There you go. Thank you all for joining me. You all be blessed. And I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific Standard, 8:30 Central. Until then, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, baby. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.